Yes.
Sure. All right. So, for the people who are new out here, right? So, just to give you the thing about that, what is this overall thing is all about, the CPQ Techno Hive is all about. It is not a training platform. Um, it is a discussion forum and it is a study group that we have formed for the community, and it has to be by the community. And the purpose is basically to learn and gain knowledge from each other. Do a discussion. It has to be an informal, open discussion, which we can kind of document and keep it for the reference later as well. Okay, so that is the purpose of this Techno Hive. Okay, and it is focused on the CPQ and the industry clouds, so that we learn from each other about the niche areas that are there and the unknowns in this area, right? So last session we did on the communications cloud, where we had a look at the features and the high level architecture about it. Today it is an open discussion promptly, where we are trying to understand what are the CPQs available in the market, and what are the different features, uh, pros and cons. So if you have also gathered any links that you want to share, any information that you have heard, let's validate that, let's put it here, and that will be available for us for our reference later. Anything that we do, I think the knowledge stays there with us, because what you can do is you can just enroll to this particular segment, and here, once you enroll it, all the data will be available as PDFs here. And there is a Google Drive as well, which is available on this site as well. So if I just do this, I can log in with my ID. Uh, so let's probably just try to do this again. Okay. So I'll use IntelliCloud Media. Okay. You need to put your phone number. And this is going to be a recurring discussion every week, Friday, 7 p.m. for 30 to 40 minutes. Let's connect and talk to each other. Okay. So I'll just enroll here, and on enrolling, it will redirect me to the course. It's a course as it is configured here, but all the previous session recordings and slides are available here. Okay, so you can refer it anytime that you want to have a look at it, and you want to refer it. Okay, so that is the benefit of this. And if you go to this welcome slides, right? So here you would find the links for signing up. So this is the Slack channel, and there's a Google Drive as well. So I'll put it there as well. And there's a specific WhatsApp group that I have created for interaction purpose. So I'll share that link in the chat today, and you can subscribe to it. So that's where we can have open discussion, solve our problems, any day-to-day issue, we can help each other and learn and grow together. Okay. So that's the purpose of this discussion forum. Okay. And I'm happy to say that, I mean, I do have already lined up some volunteers for some sessions, but definitely I need support from you to volunteer for any topic that you want to cover. Why volunteer? Because that helps drive the session, right? We are not aimless in the session. So that is the reason we want a volunteer who can just think about a topic and discuss those features there, and everyone can contribute to it. All right. I hope the purpose is clear, and we are ready for our discussions. All right. So, yeah. So today I thought that let's go through the different CPQs which are there. So this is something I gathered from internet, that these are the different CPQs available. So I'm not sure how many have you heard of them, or some of them, some names are common. Big machines is an old time CPQ which I have been hearing from my initial days of the career. And it is now kind of taken over by Oracle. So it is now Oracle CPQ Cloud. And there are these others. Apart from this, I think we also have CloudSense, which is one of the other famous CPQs which is available. And Calidus is also like an old-timer one. Sigma is one of the highest high feature list CPQ which is there. So let's get started. I'll just put this in an Excel and let's start kind of populating the things there, and you all can also contribute to it. Right. Velocity CPQ is not here. Guys, you can please unmute and keep talking. I mean, I don't want to be conscious of
Monica, I also want to call out Aptus CPQ, I think now works under the brand of Conga CPQ.
Aptus CPQ works under Conga, is it?
As in, they merged. So if, as far as I know, it's now called Conga CPQ, not Aptus anymore.
Okay, so I'll put it here in notes then, I think. No? So Aptus is now under Conga.
Right.
Oh,
They
okay.
merged in 2020 is what I can read from internet.
Okay. I was not knowing about this. Okay. I'll add velocity CPQ and CloudSense also here. So whatever we know, we can kind of put in here, right? So velocity
That we'll have
and
to call industries.
but no, no one remembers that name actually. So
Yeah.
popularly known as velocity.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah,
And CloudSense.
I'm really wondering why industry CPQ didn't pop up though.
I don't know. Right. This is basically I was asking the GPT which are the CPQs available.
Provided the answer first.
Right. Okay. So I think we know these, so let's put it on the top here. By the way, this one also had a good rating. I was just searching the net about this one as well, Pros Smart CPQ. I though have never heard about this, so don't know. Okay. So anyone who knows the features about Salesforce CPQ or after CPQ?
So I think Salesforce CPQ is they're trying to make it quite similar to industry CPQ is what I get. So it has product configuration, it has pricing discounts, everything managed in that. You have guided selling.
Guided selling by the means of what? I mean, is it with the help of the flows or because in in velocity we have guided selling with the help of OmniScripts, right? So how do you do the guided selling in Salesforce CPQ?
I think it is using Omni Studio only, similar to what we have. Is just that it's within Salesforce, right? And this we'll need a separate package for industries. But just let me have a look at it. I'll just explore as far as what I read.
I'll put it here. That's a question. Guided selling for Omni Studio. Okay. Any other point of view, guys?
I think they have, I mean, both Aptus and Salesforce CPQ, they have their own pricing engines and product and pricing rules, right?
Yes, yes, that they have rules.
And I also read that Aptus, Aptus is on top of Salesforce CPQ. So they use Salesforce CPQ for Salesforce part of it.
No. So Salesforce CPQ was Steelbrick CPQ earlier.
Okay.
And Aptus is a separate app exchange tool, and Steelbrick CPQ was a separate app exchange tool. And Steelbrick CPQ was taken over by Salesforce, and hence it is renamed to Salesforce CPQ.
Okay.
It doesn't have the industry's offering. That is it. Guided selling, I have read, but I'm not aware. And Aptus CPQ is it's a separate company based out of Ahmedabad, actually.
Okay, because I'll just check. I was going through some links, and then I saw that Aptus uses Salesforce CPQ to interact with Salesforce. I'm not sure if that is true. I'll just have a look at it.
Monica is right. So
Okay.
after CPQ is totally separate, built on top of Salesforce, but as an app exchange product.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
I think we should
Ankit,
talk about, Monica, which industries or which kind of businesses we can use these tools,
I
like
can say
SME
supported
or specific industry.
businesses, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
right.
Okay. Ankita has just bring that guided selling, and does not use
Omni Studio.
Omni Studio. Yeah.
So sorry, guys.
No. So then what does it use? Ankita, do you know, does it use flows or something? What does it use? Is it as configurable as Velocity, like we have OmniScripts and all, right?
I'm not aware of the technical component of things, but they do have some configurator.
Okay. 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 As per my experience or my understanding that I've heard from the other industries, right? So Salesforce CPQ primarily I've seen being used in manufacturing, um, then high-tech industry, because it does offer complex products, but not like, even I think bundling also, but advanced pricing and things like that specifically for different industries. I'm not aware like how well it is given that. Okay. So Ankita is suggesting that it is configurable, but not to the extent of Omni Studio. Guys, you can speak up. Are you not allowed to speak on the participants? You can unmute yourself. Deepak, Ankita.
Yes, Salesforce CPQ kind of horizontal and only for billing purpose. So it is not industry specific.
Okay.
And industry CPQ, you can concentrate on different verticals or industry specific like utility, manufacturing, not manufacturing, communication and high tech and others.
Sorry,
So
let me just
you
make a
can,
note. Sorry. Can you please repeat?
yeah. So like in lemon language, Salesforce CPQ is a horizontal. You can consider it is not specific to any industry. But
Mm-hmm.
now as it has many problems while integration with ERP and all, so they echoed velocity for that CPQ, and now it is SFI CPQ, and it's for uh, verticals like, I don't remember all the names: media, utilities, telecommunication, healthcare, and all.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so
That is
for
under this industry CPQ.
industry, yeah, that's the major
Yeah.
difference between Salesforce CPQ and this. And
Okay.
eventually the products and everything is based on main Salesforce, native Salesforce. But yeah, like complex models of product pricing, bundles, everything can be configured in CPQ and industry in no time. So
Okay. Yeah, so industry CPQ actually gives you, I mean, I know about it that it's basically is far more configurable in terms of when we talk about the industries, because there it gives you the data model as well for the industries. So this supports a lot of industries. So it supports telco, it supports media, um, um, health, and public sector, right?
utilities, utility industry,
Utilities, yes, utilities.
yeah, and also now we have customer 360. That's the major difference between
Yeah, it does
normal.
have customer 360. Yeah.
Yeah,
So console is available, right, for both
yeah.
sales and service.
That 180, now it is 360. So even more informations.
Yeah, right.
Technically, I don't know much because I never worked on, but with the initial study, it has
Technically, you can
context.
refer to the previous session. I covered this one
Okay.
actually in the previous
Okay.
session. So you can look at that, and that will help you understand it technically as well, the modules within that. But yeah, it does use the Omni Studio as its basis actually. And this uses native Salesforce object model actually. Yeah. And yeah, there is insurance also in Velocity. What about Aptus CPQ? Any more information we have? I also see telco trending here actually these days. Some of the telcos are opting for Aptus CPQ as well. I'm not sure about the strengths about Aptus. Maybe we can kind of find it out.
What I can see on the Conga one for their solutions that they provide is for energy, healthcare, higher education, life sciences, manufacturing, media. I think majority of it is covered. Retail, technology.
Okay, for Aptus, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Can you repeat, Karna?
Yes, energy,
Uh-huh.
healthcare,
Healthcare, okay.
education,
Okay.
life sciences.
So it covers what Velocity doesn't
Life
cover.
sciences together, right, Amna, or is it separate?
It's separate. Healthcare and
It's
life
separate.
sciences separate.
Okay, okay.
Life sciences is, I think, more like biotech and medtech kind of thing.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Covers manufacturing, media.
Yeah, automotive is also, I think everything is there almost.
I don't see
I
auto.
got a I
Yeah.
got a very good link. See, this one gives you a lot of differences here. So ease of use, I think both have that. Configuration, both are configurable. Pricing, they have a flexible pricing, but it is not better than that of Aptus CPQ, okay? It does not provide as many discounts. It is more on the licensing part, or it is, yeah. Okay, this is about the pricing feature, I think.
This is pricing feature because cost is a separate thing.
Right. And code-based product model, this is more like subscription-based price model. So I think then you can kind of think about the scenarios where you need more code-based things, you can use Aptus. Where you need subscription-based, you can kind of think about this. But I
Does
think
everybody on the call understand what is code-based and what is subscription-based?
not sure.
There's something like if you have multiple users, you can give a quote or something for the license or something like that. I don't know how it works.
There's subscription-based, there's usage-based, there's quote-based. There are various pricing models that we have.
Right.
I think we might need a separate session on this.
Okay, so that's the thing. I can make a note of it. Let me make a note of it.
But we don't have this for practice, no? Aptus one is not there for free, right?
No, it is not available for practice. Salesforce CPQ, you can get this thing.
Okay.
Okay, I have made a note of it, so fine. Right, so this is one link which I got, and then I was just searching this one as well for Salesforce CPQ versus CloudSense CPQ, but it didn't make a lot of sense. It is more about like geography and the sales kind of a share. It is not only features. CloudSense is also a strong tool actually. I did use it long back, but for a very short time. I think now it's almost like 10, 12 years, but now I think it would have advanced further. But the configuration I found easier in Velocity rather than CloudSense. So there were a lot of things that uh, that's what my memory says. I'm not sure about it right now. Uh, okay. Any other inputs on any other CPQ that we want to add? Pros, cons?
I think Salesforce CPQ is comparatively expensive in terms of their costing model.
Yeah.
Not the industries one, the Salesforce CPQ one.
Acha. Okay. Sorry.
This,
So
you have to get additional add-on packages if you want more features as compared to industries or Aptus or Conga CPQ.
add-on package license.
Hmm.
Okay. Piyush, anything on this CloudSense that you've heard of, or if you've worked on any migration projects?
No, Monica, I have only this Velocity CPQ experience.
Okay. And any other comparison that you've heard of or anything?
No, Monica.
Okay. So Sigma, I heard once that, I mean, from someone that it is more stable and more, I'd say, exhaustive kind of a CPQ, but it is highly priced. It's a very robust CPQ tool, actually. That's the low side is only the high price, but it is very robust CPQ platform. It offers EPC. I mean, no one can kind of beat the EPC features that it offers. Yeah. Uh, Anyone wants to put any other points here?
So,
Renuka, Kamna? Yeah.
Monica, all of these CPQs that we're talking about are basically compatible with Salesforce.
I'm not sure about these ones actually. Even
Because
Sigma as well.
SAP CPQ is like the leader in the this Gartner Magic Quadrant.
Okay.
Yeah, I
There
was
was
wondering,
one.
SAP CPQ is not mentioned in the list though.
Okay,
And,
let me add it here. I'll
yeah,
just add it here.
I
and
guess
SAP
Calidus is now SAP CPU, if I'm not wrong. 11th.
Is it Calidus? No, Calidus was again
now part
now part of SAP.
of
So Calidus used to be a separate one. Again, it was available on the App Exchange as CLM, and it was primarily used for CLM purposes. If it is part of CPK, I think we can bring
Malika,
it up.
but it's mentioned, yeah, I just searched. It's mentioned that formerly called Calidus Cloud CPQ, SAP CPQ.
Okay.
Just mentioned that it's a part of SAP Sales Cloud suite, and it also offers CPQ features, advanced pricing, discounting options. So it's interesting. Initially, we used to have, being in sales and distribution more domain in SAP, we used to have this order to cash thing. Okay, like similar to CPQ, right? Similar to quote to price. Okay. So I am wondering now, maybe it's become easier now because at that time we had to go to multiple screens, make multiple, we used to transfer data.
In SAP.
Guys, yeah, in SAP.
Acha.
So now it would have become easier using this CPQ.
See, this Pro CPQ is coming up. I don't know. We have to.
Yeah, Pro. Actually, I was just looking at Aptus only. Just trying to explore Aptus and so
So Aptus was a leader at one point in the Gartner quadrant, but it moved down, I think, from leader to the second option. And though Aptus had put out like a big article regarding its capabilities, either way, it can process a number of code line items. I don't think any of our other CPQs can. I'm forgetting the numbers, but they were saying that they are really robust with respect to the number of code line items.
Okay. I'll put the links as well there for reference purposes. So,
Sorry, guys. Is there any difference between code to cache and CPQ? Or is it the
code
same?
to cache and CPQ. So
Because
code to cache is the code to order part actually. It
Code to
is
order
say
and then fulfillment also, no, Monica?
it
because
depends now. Fulfillment will come as part of order management.
no, because in Aptus CPQ it's mentioned that they have a tool for code to cache. Whereas in others, I can see that they provide CPQ, right? They provide CPQ feature.
So CPQ is like lead to cache actually.
To see, code to cache is your quoting, full order submission, order fulfillment, and billing.
Billing. Okay.
Okay, whereas code to order is a quote, order submission, order fulfillment. Basically, submitting to the order management system, then order management system takes care of its fulfillment.
Okay.
Yeah. So part of it comes under CPQ, but not everything. Code creation will come, order capture will come as part of CPQ, but not the order management.
Okay.
Okay. All right. And I think we have got some points here, but not like a lot of it. We need to study more, I think, about this. So I'll just format it and put it there later. Any other points that we want to add here? Okay. Fine. I think we can kind of keep on growing this. What I can do is I'll just put it in the Google Drive sheet where we have the common folder, right, which is accessible publicly. So as in when you get some input, you come across something, you can kind of keep putting it there as well. That's also we can do. Let me just stop share. I'll just show you the folder and I'll upload it there. And anything else that we want to cover right now? Anything that you want to add right now?
Does Zoho also have CPQ functionality?
So I know about CRM now, CPQ.
Because it's mentioned here that Zoho CRM Plus has CPQ functionality. I don't know how it works or which domain it will be for.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody wants to read about the code to cache process, Kamla has a very good article on it. Just ping in the chat.
I'll just share my screen again. Okay. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you, Kamna. This was lovely.
Yeah, this is a good one. I'll just put the links here. I'll format it, guys. I'm sorry for this, but I'll format it and upload it. Right. Okay, so this is the folder which is commonly available for everyone. I'll upload it on weekly basis, like whatever discussions we do, I'll put it in the respective folders and you can access it for your reference as well and for your updations as well. So I'm just putting it here in the chat, and also let me put the WhatsApp group link as well in a second.
I think from this group, from a Salesforce perspective, we might pick up 3 or 4 important CPQ tools and
Right.
understand which ones work in which area, either which industry or which kind of a model. Maybe we can come up with that.
Yeah, so let me just do this then. I'm putting the WhatsApp chat group link here as well, and I'll put it in the folder as well for others also to access that. So, let me just share it again. Right. So let's drill down to these ones. I think I'll just leave out the others. You can see my screen, right?
Huh.
So let's look at these ones actually. These are, I think, the key competitors in the market that we kind of continuously interact with, right? So it will be good to keep a study limited to these, and if anyone comes across anything else, you can add it here. Otherwise, not needed. We can kind of only focus on the above ones only, these ones only. Okay, so I'll just save this, format this a bit, and put it in that drive. So this is the drive where weekly data is available, and also on this one, I'll upload it here under this second, under this dates chapter. So it will be available, and the video will also be available here, so everyone can refer it later. Okay, and you can join the WhatsApp group as well for interaction purposes. Anything else we want to add here?
Just pinging one more link.
Okay. This is the LinkedIn one.
Gives you which tool kind of you can use across industries, where types.
Okay. This is an old article, but yeah, good one. Cool. So SteelBrick is now Salesforce, and Oracle is Big Machines. It remains the same. So Pros is here, and then Khalid is Cloud. So this is now SAP CPQ, and Aptus is Aptus. All right. So that's good. Fine. So next week, tell me what is it that we want to cover? Do we want to continue on this discussion, or should we kind of go on the health cloud?
I don't mind exploring this session. Actually, Salesforce CPQ is way more different than what I thought it is. So I would like to explore it more. Actually, I just saw, I think guided selling is like a tool which they provide. So you just need to create some code process or something and give inputs. And on the basis of those, the sales rep, whenever he is looking for a product or something, right, it gives recommendations. So it's interesting.
Renika, do you think Salesforce CPQ is like more that would prevail in the industry, or do you think industry CPQ is prevalent?
Industry CPQ. Not because it's there across multiple industries. So Salesforce CPQ, I'll have to see, maybe like how someone said that, it's like a horizontal across. But
Yes, which is right. And that's what I was thinking, that Salesforce CPQ has not been so robust from what I've been reading.
Mm-hmm.
So Conga and industries are like competing with each other.
Yeah. Actually,
Conga,
Conga is competing. Yeah.
Conga is very costly. So even many clients are going for industry CPQ. Even the
Right.
Conga
Right.
solutions,
Hmm.
like even the Conga documents, they are not. They are going to decommission. So the cost factor. That's why SAP CPQ is now slowly going to industry CPQ, Salesforce industry CPQ. Yeah.
Hmm.
And the basic one, like I'm working in utility industry. So previously the basic failure is due to the data model missing in Salesforce. We don't have utility. So Salesforce is kind of horizontal, even CRM perspective also. Now SFI is now we have a vertical kind of. So all the data models respective to each industries, they have prepared different data models like POD or EN or service point doesn't exist in Salesforce, but SFI has, so Salesforce industry. So the integration between the actual utility industry is possible. So those are plus point that has been introduced in Velocity. Now eventually it is in Salesforce because of SFI.
Then
So
why do you think Salesforce CPQ should still remain when we have industries?
that's because normal CRM is also there, means other than industries. Uh, I never personally worked on Salesforce CPQ, but generally I checked the difference between Salesforce CPQ and industry CPQ. But the solutions which are built up on Salesforce from beginning, they are still easily compatible with Salesforce CPQ. Now, now in the big industry like what we call telecommunication or energy utilities or media, so for those CPQ, this industry CPQ is helpful. For the existing, I guess it is okay to continue without any change. It's all about business, what they require. If someone really want to spend more money on latest CPQ, they can change. But otherwise, if they are okay with the existing one, there's no need to change to industry CPQ. With changing from Salesforce to SFI is also a major change, like
Yeah,
implementing guided process and all. So
yeah, that's right. It is actually a big change when you kind of try to
yeah,
switch to the
yeah.
industry
Even now,
CPQ.
sales process in Salesforce, if business wants to change it to velocity sales process or the SFI, like your guided process or via 360 customer 360 or the velocity card, they
Mm.
need to change their whole process, end user training, normal design, and how it will interact with the backend or ERP or middleware. So it's
Mm-hmm.
kind of implementation. So if there is no business need, I don't think anyone can go for the change.
So you're saying that, I mean, looking at the ease of things or even looking at the pricing of things, industries is providing more features, but not as good as SFCPQ does not provide so many features. You have to
No,
buy
you can
license.
say as a native, like we need Salesforce CPQ. Otherwise, SFI CPQ will not work. Like product and all actually coming from native Salesforce. So
No,
that
no,
can
I mean,
actually,
native Salesforce is already Prabhas. My question is between SFCPQ and SFI.
Maybe small businesses who don't need much of industry things. So if they're just into sales or something, they can use Salesforce CPQ, right?
I think let's look at the industry part of things because
Hmm.
when I'm at least on the internet, they're talking about SMBs. So
Hmm.
small is yes, but they're talking about medium also and even enterprise.
Okay. Okay. Because as far as I am, whenever I search for Salesforce CPQ, is more on just sales rep, this, that. So I felt, you can relate it more to just like small industries who don't want much features into industry specific things like how industries CPQ provides, right? So instead of that, if you just want to stick to some basic things, but you want some guidance with CPQ process, then you use Salesforce CPQ, was what my thought process was so far. But
I think it is more about the industry. Plus, as Prabhas said, that what you already have, you may not want to actually switch to the other. The definitely cost of switching is more in terms of the licensing, management, and migrating from one CPQ to another. And another point of view that I have is basically that adaptability is important, right? So if your sales reps are used to like one kind of a CPQ, it is difficult to get them on the other sales platform or other kind of CPQ. They just want 2 clicks and the order should be done. They just want 1 click and the code should be done, right?
Hmm.
So adaptability is one other important thing.
Now,
Right.
in one place, I'm just reading, sorry, I just have a question. So, they're saying that Salesforce CPQ requires an external billing application. So, in industry CPQ, billing is already included.
No,
No.
no.
Oh, no, no,
It,
no, no.
yeah. That also requires different this thing, billing system. Salesforce CPQ might have an edge in that because there's Revenue Cloud or Salesforce billing as well, right? So that might be kind of an inherently integratable, basically. I think that's what I think. We can check that out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyways, I mean, anytime you can integrate with the external billing system using the APIs that you can do.
Hmm. Okay.
All right, I think it was a great discussion today. So, what is it that we want to cover next? I'll just pause the recording.